few weeks ago, you may remember I made a video about is backtesting a scam. If you haven't watched it, you can check that video out, link in the description. There was some incredible feedback, incredible comments, incredible views and interpretations of what I'd meant. And I was trying to get people thinking in a different light as to what backtesting is, obviously what it means to us, and how I feel backtesting, the results are always falsified to suit you. So after the last video, a few of you reached out to me and mentioned that there was a new company out there that had brought out a new software for backtesting that essentially had changed the game, or that you felt like had changed the game. A few of you asked me to review it. I've done my research, I've spent a little bit of time playing around with it, and I figured why not? I'll jump on, give my thoughts, and go from there really. So without further ado, let's get into it. FX Replay essentially have changed the game from what I've seen on the market and what I've used. This nothing comes close to this at the moment. They've teamed up with TradingView, I believe, so it literally looks like TradingView. You can change and customize all the colors and themes. I'll go into that in a minute. So completely web-based, order management, really nice analytics, shows you like what session was more powerful, the R that you had, the winning trades that were running, how much they actually ran overall. I'll go through all those different bits and bobs in a minute. They actually have a Discord community as well, where you can obviously drop in any kind of feedback, any improvements to their services. So that's great as well. And obviously they have a 5-day free trial, which you can check out, and then it's $35 per month. They have given me a discount, however, they don't want me to share it on YouTube, so I have dropped it in my Discord, and I'll probably share it in my Telegram channel. I don't get anything from this, it's not like an affiliate. I generally am promoting a product that I generally think is sick and will help a lot of people. So yeah, again, bear that in mind. I'm not like, oh, go and click that and I'll make loads of money. There's no affiliations. And just from being in the industry for so long now, and obviously teaching, coaching and mentoring people, a lot of people struggle with backtesting. I still, like I say, stand by, I believe live is the way to go. However, if you're coming into a strategy and you want years of data, this is the one. I believe the 1M can go back like 6 years. We'll do it on the video. We'll go back and we'll see if we can load up 6 years of 1M data. We'll check that out. But yeah, you get plenty of data for those that trade lower time frame. Even like 15M stuff, I think TradingView goes back 2 years perhaps, depending what plan you're on. Yeah, definitely check it out. I think it's reasonably priced. It works well. I'm going to give you a review of what I think could be improved on it and stuff. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to stop waffling your heads off. Let's get into it. You'll obviously have this portal here, which is essentially where you can create a session, and obviously it keeps track of everything. So if we just quickly go into this, so I'll show you these analytics quickly here. So this is me testing some new little bits and bobs, just some couple of refinements bits. So you can set the account balance, it can be whatever you want, it doesn't have to be 200k. And then obviously it tells you your average R, the max R, ideal average, ones that could have profited but maybe you took a break even on, the average R, the duration of your trades, the total amount of trades, the total wins, the best win. So it tells you like the best winner actually run 35%, your average trades run 21%. So this is great for if you're looking to determine your perfect TP. This is going to be really helpful because it shows you that, well, all the winners actually did this, blah, blah, blah. The amount of time in a trade. So again, it will stop you thinking a trade needs to hit TP straight away. The total losers. This worst loss, I think, I don't understand it because it should be 1% because I've never risked more than 1%. So I don't know this. I have noticed a couple of bugs here and there, which I'll go over. And obviously this average loss of 15.9, I don't really get that purely because I've never taken a loss that big. So I'm not sure what's gone on there. I did notice when I was backtesting the other day, I took a 14 grand loss somehow and I didn't even put a trade on. So there's a couple of little things that I think need ironing out. However, like I say, it is the early stages still, and they have a Discord where you can literally let them know and they'll deal with these problems. And then it tells you like the best days that you obviously took profits from. So you might know, like here for example, Monday hasn't been very profitable, so I could go, oh, maybe I don't trade Monday. Thursday on the other hand has been very profitable. Wednesday's been great, you know, rah. So it gives you that, and then it shows you the sessions, which session was more profitable, which one was out of a session. Again, I feel like these sessions are a bit off because the sessions I trade of London and New York, I think they're a little bit different because I don't take trades out of the session window. So again, I'm not quite sure why that's that way. But yeah, it's quite a clean little dashboard. You know, it gives you a lot more perhaps than if you had to do it refining it yourself. So if we go back to backtesting, go back to the dashboard, you can, I believe you can create as many different sessions as you want. So if we want to create one and we want to do, we'll do a 200k, we'll do GU, we'll go to, let's go, how far back can we go? Let's test this out. So if we keep going, we're in 2018. Let's go 2018, January the 1st, and we'll run it to like, I don't know, May 1st. Strategy, we can call it YouTube test or review or whatever, and then you click save, and then that will load that up here. Not gonna lie, I've been quite lazy with it. I don't love backtesting. I've got my edge, so I'm very much reluctant because I fell in this trap before where I've gone and started testing new shit, messed something up in my current edge and whatnot. So I've been very much like, I'll try it out, I'll see how it's going, but I'm not going to sit here consistently backtesting because I'm not going to lie, right now I'm good. That's not like an egotistical, big-headed, oh, I've completed it. It's just how I'm trading, I'm very happy with, and I don't want to change that because I did way too much of that this year and it just fucking sent me in a spiral of shit. You know, if you're, say you've joined a community or you're in a community and you want more data, this is going to be great for you because you can just go and get that data. And then you would literally click here, you'd click play. So yeah, as I was saying, once you load it up, this is what you get. So obviously I've changed it to my colors. If you're interested in my colors, there's a link in the description. So yeah, you can customize it fully to be like your own trading view, which I think is sick. You can obviously, you know, save the template, make sure you do save it because otherwise when you go back, it won't. And obviously with these, you can save all the RR tools and whatnot, so they're the same colors. One criticism is you can't seem to save templates on like lines. So if you wanted, I don't know, if you wanted a boss line, a chotch line, a momentum shift line, a liquidity sweep line, an entry line, you can't save them. So I would say if you could do that, that would be great just for ease of use, rather than having to say you use a straight line for liquidity and then you might use a dotted line for, I don't know, a break. You've just got to keep changing back and forth, and obviously different time frames with visibility. However, it's nothing major. They have recently added in a sessions indicator as well, which is sick because they didn't have one before. And like I say, they are adding things into this. If you go into the Discord and there's a specific indicator you want, I think if enough people are asking that, they are doing it. Like I say, I think it's quite new still. I believe it only dropped in sort of October. 2 guys, I believe, traders. Obviously, they know what it's like trading, trying to get data and gather data, how important data is. They found it that wasn't much on the market, so they basically made something which, big ups, is what entrepreneurs are about, innit, right? Finding a solution to a problem. So if we go to like 15M, you can see the indicator here, which is pretty sweet. I've just customized it to London and New York. So if you want to trade specific sessions or kill zones within the session, you could just pop this on and literally just run through tons and tons of data. Just quickly, did we get the 1M here? Yep, so I'm back in 2017 and I've got the 1M. And I believe, like I say, I think they say 6 years. So you can get serious data on your 1M entries. If you trade 1M, if you trade 5M, if 15M, they've got you covered. So you can get enough data. What I will say is obviously this here, just be mindful of this because at the moment it's playing a 1M candles at like 0.5 speed. So it's fine if you're on the 15M because it will be quite slow, lifetime sort of thing. But if you had this on the 15M and then you had it at say sort of 0.5, but you drop to the 1M and let's say you're waiting for an entry here, it will do 15 candles in one, which can be frustrating if you're waiting for an entry because now you can't go back and catch that entry. It's your error. So what I would say is when you first get it, before you load up a session and go like gun-ho on proper getting the data, maybe spend a couple of hours just playing around with everything, getting everything set up and understanding how it all works. Because if you miss data, you can't get it. So your results, the ones that I showed you, I'd missed a couple of trades due to it not filling at market, which I'll mention in a minute. I couldn't go back and get them, so you almost have to add them in your head, and then it feels a bit off because it feels like, am I adding this data? Should I be doing this? You want it all obviously on here saying this is your win rate, this is your strike rate, this is the R that you make. So it's really important that you don't do things like that. Click that, you'll get 1 candle, but if you're on the 1M, you're going to get a whole 15 minutes worth of 1M candles. So just bear that in mind. But if we were to put an order on, I don't know, let's say I'm not doing no strategy stuff here or showing how to get in trades, so I'm just going to slap by. Don't recommend this, but let's say we're going up. Let's say we're going to go up from here and we'll have a stop here. So the way the RR tool works and the limits work is if you put wherever your stop and TP is and then you click place order. So if you highlight this and then click place order, you can decide if you want to do 0.5, 0.7, 1, 2, 3. I roll with 1. Buy, and then the only problem I've got with this is when you click market, I actually enter a market, it doesn't fill at market. So if I click market, it puts a limit on. And what's happened to me a few times is I've entered on the close of a candle and it's not come back. There's been like no drawdown, for example, and I've not been tagged in. And now the problem with that is, again, that's messed with my data because I'm like, well, that trade won, but it didn't fill me. Now you could say, well, that's how it goes. No, because in real life, I'd have clicked buy and it would have entered me. So one criticism here is make sure the market button actually market executes. Maybe there's a reason it can't. I'm not sure the ins and outs of all the tech stuff, so there might be a reason why it can't do that. It's not a massive biggie. A lot of people can use limits. It's just, it's frustrating sometimes. So I'm going to pull the stop loss down here because, like I say, I'm literally pissing in the wind here. I don't know where we're headed. I don't know what was going on in 2018. But I'm just showing it for the use of getting in these trades. Obviously, I've dragged my stop down to here, so we look like some Don going for a 1-to-1. Again, no fucking beef to people. See if it tags us. So we get tagged in. So now you can see we're in the trade. So now you can manage it based on how you want to manage it. Bearing in mind, the risk here is huge because I entered the trade with a stop loss like there. So, but again, I'm not teaching strategy stuff here. It's simply because I just want to show how it works. So you're in this trade. It shows you your running profit. You can move the stop loss. You can adjust the stop loss to wherever you want it. So I don't know whether you want to go to BE now and roll your stop. You can move it there. You can roll your stop under some structure. You can bring your TP in if you wanted a partial. I don't think you can partial yet. As far as I'm aware, I haven't come across partialing. I don't personally partial, but again, if you do, that may be something you need to look into. It might be something that in the Discord you can mention, and I'm sure they'll get it in, because I imagine quite a few people do use partials. I'm just going to move this back just because I don't know what's going on with the trade. I'm in a trade in the middle of nowhere, doing madness. Don't try this at home. So we're taking out the trade, right? My advice would be, like I say, have a play around with it to begin with. Work out how you want to use it, what you want to test, if you even want to test stuff. So again, I'm not saying go and get this, you've got to have it, but I do think all traders should probably have it, because if you are in the process of still gathering data and you're not able to because of restrictions on TradingView and whatnot, or you don't like software FX or the way it runs, then this has got you. Yeah, like I say, a few little tweaks, a few little niggles here and there, nothing major. But yeah, overall, I think it's a great bit of kit. So big ups to those that told me to review it. Like I say, it's a very simple review. See, we've got a little puppy, meet Bruno, keeping me on my toes. Changed my routine up a lot this week. So I'm currently down here with him, obviously just getting him used to things, making sure he goes out for wee-wees and whatnot, because I really don't like it when he wees on my floor. Yeah, I hope you all have an incredible week, and I will catch you all in a bit. Peace and love, gang.